lie to manifest. While it is true that being an honest person is extremely important and that keeps our soul and our mind pure and clean, in the field of manifestation and generation of reality, this is not entirely the case, or at least it is not as the mind understands and projects reality. Since in the field of manifestation, what is intended is to generate something in our physical and material reality that, in a tangible way, is not there. If we understand truth as that which can be demonstrated empirically, and that can be demonstrated only through what is tangible, or what can be perceived objectively, definitely when we make statements and declarations about something that has not happened yet, but that we wish to happen, we do so. And what we are doing is lying, since for our life to be transformed, we must first believe that our life is something which, from what is empirically observable, it is not. Therefore, to attract something new into our life, if before attracting it we have to believe that we already have it, we have to deceive our minds. The mind doesn't distinguish between reality and fiction. You don't really know if what you are experiencing as real is coming from the outside world or from something you are imagining. Because if you stop to observe and think about it, the emotional reaction that your brain sends to your body when experiencing something can be of equal intensity regardless of whether it is due to something that we are seeing and experiencing from the outside or something that we are experiencing from the inside when, for example, we are imagining or visualizing. If, for example, we imagine intensely and naturally that we have a lot of money in the bank, we will make our mind believe that this money is already our possession, regardless of whether, in tangible reality, we discover that our account has an amount of only 3 digits. However, to generate and manifest our desired reality, there is no other possible way than to hack our mind, making it believe something that is not true yet. Since, regardless of the situation we are in, if we think about it, we will realize that, either consciously or unconsciously, we previously created that reality in which we now find ourselves before that happened. Therefore, we always believe in something that is objectively a lie before it becomes true. The mind is like a radio antenna that tunes frequencies. So if we want to attract certain things that vibrate at a certain frequency into our lives, to do so, we must first tune into the frequency of what we want to manifest and attract into our life. This entails a strong inner transformation and a strong discipline when it comes to visualizing what you want in order to stop giving credibility to the outside world. Since we've been programmed to believe that the truth is found in the outside world when this is not true, since the external world is nothing more than the world that reflects what is found in the original world, which is the mental world. However, we've been programmed to fervently believe that the outside world is the real one, and for this reason, the mind has the tendency to believe that the absolute truth is found externally, objectively and empirically, when, in reality, the truth is not what we can already see that exists in its entirety, but the truth is the creation itself. Thus, the truth cannot be found in the empirical, in the physical and in the material, because these are the fruit of the truth, being, therefore, that the truth is the creator of everything that can be observed. Romans 12:3. For by the grace given me, I say to every one of you, don't think of yourself more highly than you ought, but rather think of yourself with sober judgment, in accordance with the faith God has distributed to each of you. Today, there are many examples of people who have managed to generate and manifest incredible things in their lives thanks to hacking and consequently lying to their minds, altering the previous structure of what is and what is not real, deprogramming and reprogramming their minds, changing the perception of what happens in their lives by bringing the focus inward, which is from where, through visualization, the previous steps are taken to generate and transform reality. In the same way that before a house is built, that house must first be imagined and designed by an architect, the manifestation of reality works in the same way. We could say that the house is not real just because it hasn't been materialized yet. But it can only be materialized when there is an imagine and visualized in someone's minds to be designed and subsequently built. It depends on the place from which the observer interprets reality, whether from an internal and deep point or an external and superficial point that will make the observer either give up his power or acquire power in his reality. So, being aware that we must definitely lie to our minds will open the doors to an infinite world of quantum possibilities. When we interpret what is true and what is a lie in the external world that has already been manifested, the response to it will always be relative. There is nothing strictly and absolutely true, nor is there anything strictly and absolutely false in what has already been created. It all depends on the point of view that is applied. Thus, the great benefit of lying to your mind is basically not letting your mind take control over your reality by telling you what is and what is not real, since you will be the one who chooses your own reality, and it will be your mind as your main tool, which will have to adapt to your choice. So this opens up an immense field of possibilities for the individual who decides to create their reality on their own and decide what is appropriate for them and what is not. But how can we do this? The time to start taking control of what we want to be part of our reality is now. So, the procedure is based on stop paying attention to things that don't bring harmony to our life. You will realize that when you put your attention on certain things outside, there are certain things that capture your attention but that destabilize your energy, draining it, taking you out of your optimal state from which you can create anything you want in your life through that brightness that appears in your most balanced states of consciousness. Therefore, stopping paying attention to and validating what you see on the outside is the main key to starting to hack your mind, taking away what your mind makes you attached to, which is what has already been manifested in the outer world, either by others or by you. This is a process that depends on the individual. It may take more or less time. And although it may be complicated at first due to our mind's attachment to the outside, it is something really simple to do. Get rid of all people and everything that brings into your life a vibration that seeks to lower your vibration frequency or take you out of the vibration in which you want to find yourself. The path in this life is individual, and you should not have another God other than yourself. Therefore, the people who accompany you in a healthy way on your path must be people who are capable of respecting your space and your energy, not people who seek to persuade and manipulate you into confirming their realities as the truth, which is what many people are looking for. However, when you begin to be able to lie to your mind to generate your own reality, you will naturally distance yourself from these people or situations that seek to take you out of the state in which you are the owner of your own life. On the other hand, it is very common that when the individual begins to take action and begins to lie to his mind, doubts arise. Somehow, the programming that governs the mind will seek to defend itself and survive. Therefore, in the process of mental reprogramming, it is normal to have moments of doubt and moments in which we truly believe that it is not possible to generate our own reality and our own life, since it has been years that we've been programmed with a completely opposite message. Thus, staying firm and maintaining conviction is the key. It doesn't matter what our mind wants to tell us about what things are and what things are not. And although there are times when it seems that our mind and the programming we are dealing with are going to win the battle, we must remain firm in what we decide to believe is and is not true, since we decide. In this way, gradually, the programming that has been installed in our mind will lose power and will have less and less effect on us as we remain firm and focused. Therefore, we must always take into account that, first, they have made us validate as real a reality that we haven't chosen. Second, they have made us forget that we are the ones who create our reality. Third, lying to the mind is the first step to reprogram it. Fourth, stop looking at size. Fifth, taking our time to make the transition is important. Sixth, being alone is something key and fundamental, because people have been programmed to program, constantly looking for confirmation of their programmation. Seventh, stay firm in what you have decided to believe and stop validating what our mind tells us what things are and what things are not. The time to start choosing and generating your reality is now, and the one who chooses to transform his own life and choose what is true is an alchemist. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. The New Alchemist. If I can create, then you can create. If you can do it, then I can do it.